You're all going to jail. Okay? You're all going to prison. I am the FBI, and I'm sick of the bullying online. Okay? Totally FBI. I'm sick and tired of it. I won't put up with it anymore. The bullying has got to stop. I have been undercover. I have been sent on a secret mission. Okay? MRA, you too, you're going to jail. You're going to fucking jail. I have been sent on a super secret mission.
Traitors, 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 out traitors. And they need enough information to get a warrant to go in and take her fucking phone and laptop and find out exactly all of the shit she's been doing. So then Raylan sends the screenshot of the email and she says, that email, this is the one to the FBI. And McKenna says yes, because McKenna did in fact contact the FBI, not just about me, but also about traitors. Traitors, haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 traitors.
Yeah, that's about sums it up. That obsessed is an understatement. What is up, everybody? I've not seen you all since a couple hours ago, and in Peachy's. Thank you, Peachy, giving us our weekly TikTok. She's going to have an incredible week, and we will be here when you get back. So, we have breaking fucking news, people. Breaking news. Breaking news. Are y'all ready for it? All right. I'll play it.
You cannot outrun karma.
Me?
I'm here to tell you this. From experience, you cannot outrun karma. You can preach to the masses about how good of a person you are and how you hate real life and how going real life on people is an atrocity.
It is. This is an entertainment platform. Going real life on people is bullshit. Even if I'm doing it, it's wrong. Flat out. Flat out. Yes, she did, Virgo. You are correct. Especially when I do it. It's wrong. Anybody that goes real life, it's wrong. This is an easy concept, right? One that she does not know anything about. But we'll continue.
And then when you suck those people in.
Yes, Lisa Maxwell, you are part of the masses. That's a fact lurking. Hey, Annie Pats. No worries. No worries. We'll see you soon.
and you start going real life, you can't outrun your karma. So I started on this platform at the end of 2021, early 2022, with the sole goal
Hey, screenshot. What's up,
of
everybody?
getting Ernie Shell off this platform. But I was wrong. Who the fuck am I to determine who can or cannot be on the internet?
Hey, Charlotte.
I was wrong. I was dumb. However, I didn't know that until about 8 months ago,
Hey, Ocean Tide.
when I realized I'm a fucking retard.
Now,
That doesn't mean I'm not going to troll.
8 months ago, hence why my title today is Nick's New Leaf, 8 months of degeneracy. Okay. So let me move this banner really quick. Oh, I like this banner better. Hold on. Wait, which one? This one. Look at that face. Look at that pause game. Yep. While I personally agree that going real life is wrong, there's a lot of people that have mostly withdrawn from social interaction, and this is the only life they have. It's all the same to them. I agree with that absolutely. And I do. I don't like going real life. Why? I'm funny. I'm creative. Ernie. I don't go real life on Ernie. Now, when he makes the most ridiculous fucking claims that he's got an ICAC task force, what do? We go get ourselves an ICAC task force. Hold on. Sorry. 1 second. Adult onset. I don't like it. I don't. Even when I do it, it's wrong. Okay? Period. I don't know how much clearer I can be. Yeah. I couldn't agree more, Purple Rainstorm. Yeah, I agree with that too, Starry Night. I don't ask anyone to justify my behavior. And if I'm doing something, first of all, I'm going to be honest. Like, hey, I did this. It really doesn't matter the reason why. It's wrong, period. I accept it. I'm okay with it. A lot of people can say, traders, I don't like that. And I'm going to back away for a while. And I respect that. And I'm not going to target them and harass them and attack them. Maybe if we all would have done that a long time ago, maybe this real life thing wouldn't exist. Maybe. Is it wrong for me to attack her back for all of the things she's done? Yeah, it is. Who made me judge and jury? Am I still going to do it? Absolutely. But I respect the people that will come to me and say it's wrong and I can't co-sign it. I'm okay with that. And they know I'll be here. They know I respect them enough to listen. And I trust and believe it took many years, as most of you know. Hey, Susie. I did Tracy in Las Vegas. Purple. Yeah. It's crazy. That was at the Bellagio, outside the Bellagio. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But point blank period is wrong. Am I proud of it? No. Do I like to do it? Nope. Would I rather just combat her lies with clips? Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely would. But we are now at a point where the fever pitch is at an all-time high, and I don't know what else to do. And she's not stopping. Period. She's not. I feel that in this video she gives a lot of a lot of lies, and I'm going to prove them today. And you would think if I'm going to ruin her life, right, that she would stop lying on me. For one, that might be good. Hey, gossip, and welcome in, everybody. No, she triples down. In fact, in this, I'll keep playing this clip for now. There's more lies in this fucking clip. Now I've messaged her mother. No, I have kept people away from your mother. And I'll show the message. I showed the message to her sister. It was out of concern, legitimate concern. She even lies about that. I can read you I have it queued up. In fact, she posted my message and then lied about it. Make it fucking make sense. She said that I said Mr. Nicolina is sexually assaulting her. I never said that. Not anywhere did I say Mr. Nicolina did anything violent or harmful or any. I've never fucking done that. But it doesn't matter. I don't even know what it is at this point. It's fucking flat out bullshit. And you would think if I'm dedicated to ruin her life as she claims, she'd stop lying on me. But no. I issued her. As much as I can't stand Nicolina, we're at the point of no return. What else can we do? She's done every fucking thing imaginable to me and my entire fucking family. And now that she's getting a little bit of fucking justice, she wants to throw a baby bitch fit? That's right. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't agree more, Purple. I think she needs to be knocked down a few notches. A lot of notches. I really do. I'm sorry. I cannot, especially once I put the email together that I contacted her company about, and maybe I'll pull that email up and go through some of that. But I think I'm going to go back through that email and put it all together in a video because it's hours of disgusting behavior. And I'm sorry, if you all see a doctor, why? I don't want my doctor acting like this. I don't want the nurse acting like this. I don't want a medical assistant acting like this. I don't want anybody in charge of my care acting like this. And she thinks it's great. She thinks it's fucking great. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to feel bad. Nicolina, I've given you 2 years to leave me the fuck alone. Your attacks on me have steadily increased. Your little fangirls attacks on me have steadily increased. Once again, they're saying that I wanted to rape kids no, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. I need to be accurate with that. I wished rape on children. That never happened. But they have to lie on me to justify what they've done to me for years. No. Nope.
And poke the bear, because I'm still going to do it. But I'm going to reiterate, you cannot.
She just went real life on my family less than 2 months ago. Okay? Right, Nick? Domino's Pizza? Right? All because Tyrant Bird and Tonic, 2 men that have nothing to do with me nor Nicolina, with the exception of they're also on this platform. And she considers Tonic a friend. I consider Tyrant Bird a friend. And I had nothing to do with their shit, right? But she sends pizzas, right? $27 order you sent. So not only did you waste that company's time, because I'm not paying for it. That was you. And then she goes live because she don't get a reaction out of me. I'm sorry, she makes a video when she's molesting a potato and says, traitors, you're a pizza shit instead of piece of shit, right?
Outrun karma. As much as you want to outrun karma, you cannot outrun it.
Yeah.
So I'm receiving some of the karma that I deserve. Why? Because I was a fucking asshole on this platform from 2021 to 2024. Everything that happens to me, I deserve. 100%.
And she just said it. So why did this video even need to take place? All the comments from Ernie's chat, which will show, none of that was necessary, right? Oh, but now you have to get your people more riled up with lies about me and what I did, right? Because that's what we're about to fucking hear.
100% I deserve it. There's no excuses. So I knew that. months ago, so I decided to change who I am because I used this platform as my whipping post
Oh, yeah.
instead of dealing with my real life shit, right? Does that make sense?
She just said, I've used this platform. First, she just said that she changed 8 months ago. Okay. Wow. That's a stretch, Nick. That's a giant fucking stretch, right? But then she said, we've been saying this all along. Because she was brutally assaulted, allegedly, and whether you want to believe that or not, that's her excuse. She utilizes the trauma of her not doing anything to solve that or get help for that situation, takes it out on me and pretty much everybody in this chat. Anybody that meets her, anybody that comes across her, and then slanders our entire family by calling them rapists or murderers or pedophiles or whatever the fuck mood she's in that day. But in this video, she's about to claim that she's seeing a counselor. And I would ask for a refund, Nick, because I'm going to show 8 months of your behavior today. Yeah.
I started counseling to deal with being raped and all of the trauma that goes on with being raped, okay? And I know I'm still toxic at times.
Most of us have been raped or molested. But I would venture to say 90% of people in the world have been raped. It's not an excuse. My brother was murdered. When I got here, I lashed out every little thing. And I realized what I was doing. And I didn't want to do it anymore because I realized that, well, it really accelerated when it got brought to this platform. That's when I lost my fucking shit. And then that's when I made everybody pay that I came across that I was even the slightest upset with, because I still hadn't fixed it. I've been saying about her about this for like, I don't know, 2-3 years. So now that she's finally admitting it, she's now saying that her behavior has been better in the last 8 months. Most of my clips that I sent to her job were from the last 8 fucking months. So yeah, I don't think so. Including wanting Tyrant Bird's children to be murdered by him. That was May 17th, Nick. May 17th, right?
I get it. But what I cannot do is outrun my karma. Cannot outrun it. And neither can you. Now, I will not exact your karma because I'm not in the business. I am not in the business of exacting karma. It's not my job. That's the job of the universe. Now, is it okay if I'm an audience member of karma? Fuck yeah, it is. And I'll take a front row seat. You dig?
Bitch, you would have to buy 3 front row seats for your fat ass, okay? Not 1.
So currently, I am dealing with Angelo, who doxed my job.
Wrong. So this is when most of the lies begin. I mean, they already started when she said she's been seeking counseling. I don't believe that. She said 8 months ago she started being better. We've known that not to be the case. And then now that Angelo is doxing her job.
Well, it was a dog whistle. Traitors and birds.
Now, I did absolutely I can't say the word dox. What I did was a public service announcement, ma'am. I want everyone in Owasso, Michigan, and the world to know that you are employed and that you care for people in a medical capacity, and everyone has the right to know. Hey, copy that. So yes, still very public, did it for all to see. Tyrant Bird, that was a later effect. But once again, you know nothing. You just blame all three of the people on your list, right? Which happens to be me, Angelo, and Tyrant Bird. Everything in this world that's bad, when she said Angelo made fun of her rape, we debunked that rather quickly. But that's not true for Nicolina making fun of Angelo's trauma, right? Because multiple people have done that. So it's okay for them to do it. And Angelo still won't say, hey, I'm not going to attack that. I'm sorry. And then move on to Tyrant Bird. She has been going after Tyrant Bird since February of 2024. She's went after Tyrant Bird. Mainly because of the way he felt about Jimbo. That morphed into Ernie. That morphed into, the way he feels about Blaine Katie. That morphed into his friendship with me. And so on and so on and so on. All because she wanted to defend Jimbo, who did indeed marry a 12-year-old at 17, which is why we started calling him a pedophile.
Harassing my employer. Not just today.
It's fine,
this
Jack.
started weeks ago. I've got all the
It's fine, Jack. I don't worry about stuff like that.
The emails. I've got the original email, AI Angelo, from about 6 weeks ago. And I know you're part of it.
Yep.
You can sue me if you want. Don't give a fuck. That was the dog whistle. You had already dispatched somebody to send a message. I got the email. I still have the email. I replied to the email. After I replied to that.
And this part makes no sense, but most of what Nicolina, and I haven't even bothered Angelo to ask him what the fuck this clusterfuck of word salad is, but I'm not even interested in tracking it down at this point because 90% of this video is a lie.
Email, shit started happening. I did that. I knew it was a weird email, Angelo. I knew.
Exactly.
But I still responded. And there's a reason.
Good morning.
Because there's karma for you. Possibly. It's coming. Anyways, so we've been watching all of this psychosis from Robert.
Psychosis now. Mm-hmm. So, Brett, I can't really say AC. Brett, Tonic, Nicolina started this crusade to attack Tyrant Bird's children, to hurt Tyrant Bird. Well, any parent would get upset, and they rightfully so. And I don't think going after someone with the reputation of Tyrant Bird who gives no fucks about losing a channel, going nuclear, whatever you'd like to call it, I don't think building a degenerate army of people that consistently talk about child rape and then make horrible things, accusations about Tyrant Bird and his children, I don't think that's a good idea. So you started this mess, right? You, Brett, Tonic, y'all started this mess with Tyrant Bird. You all wanted a bite at the apple, but when the apple bites back, then you cry foul, which is what we deal with every time. Just like you motherfuckers went after me. And when I fight back, oh my God, she's a real lifer. Okay. I have a database of your bullshit, Nick. Literally. A database of your fucking bullshit.
303 is really quiet because he's in deep doo-doo. And we have traitors doxing my employer, messaging my mother, my sister,
I showed a public business. I am doing the fucking Lord's work. If you don't like it, Don't be a medical professional and then do this shit on the internet. Now she's about to say that I'm messaging her mother. Oh, please show that. I'll wait, because I've never once messaged your mother.
Doxing my employer, messaging my mother, my sister, my son.
I never messaged her son either. I did indeed message her sister. I absolutely messaged her sister. Hold on. And it was out of concern. I don't give a fuck what this idiot says. As soon as you read the message, you'll understand. This was the morning after the Tyrant Bird video. Let me remove this. I absolutely reached out to her sister because I thought her sister could maybe talk her off the ledge and stop her from, I don't know, doing more shit like saying, Tyrant Bird, I hope you murder your kids. Maybe. But I was wrong. Instead, she called me a name and put a bunch of laughy faces. This is the only family member of Nicolina's that I've messaged because now I know it does absolutely nothing. In fact, in the message, I specifically say I've never once messaged someone's family member before. Of course, I'm not hiding it. I only have one Facebook profile. I don't hide it. I sent her the link to the video of what she said about Tyrant Bird's children. I said, please listen. I'm very concerned for your sister's well-being. She acts out a lot. I've argued with her for years, but have never reached out to someone's family before. You don't need to respond, as I can understand it would be awkward, but something's very wrong. I know a few years back she was having horrible nightmares every night, and this is all true because of her sexual assault. And I don't know if that's happening again, maybe. I don't know. I am concerned for her truly. The man she is talking about in this clip is not a violent man. He also has 2 beautiful autistic children. I'll wait for it to scroll up. I don't know if she feels all autistic children should be murdered, but this is incredible. I didn't do anything wrong. Someone needs to help this bitch. Okay? I don't know what to do. Clearly, she don't know what to do, right? But here we are.
Messaging my employer again.
Now, she's accused me of messaging her mother. Hours after I messaged her sister, she posts that, right? Or maybe the next day. Where's the message to your kids? Where's the message to your mom? I never did that.
Mother, my sister, my son, messaging my employer again, doxing.
Now, I absolutely did contact her employer. And did I say, oh my God, Nicolina's a meaner? Or did I provide your employer with a clip such as, I don't know, you threatening, wanting, or hoping that Tyrant Bird's kids want to get murdered? Yeah.
My employer.
So once again, I sent your employer your material that you play on your lives. Okay? Your words. I sent your employer your words.
Today, I realized part of this is my karma.
Let me show you her face too, because what's up, Just Lilo? What's up, everybody coming in? I want to show you her face because, well, let me just play it.
So I made the decision because traders couldn't leave it on this platform, and she was doxing a man that immigrated to this country and is a legal citizen and has built his generational wealth. I decided it's time for me to resign. He's not going to be collateral damage to traders' psychosis. And it was a hard thing to do.
Now, she just announced in Ernie's chat before this. Let me read you the screenshots. I don't. I just officially resigned from mine. Then she says, yes, Sister Callie, Traders is hell-bent on destroying my boss's clinic. He's become collateral damage, so I resigned. And Honey Bunny, C'est la vie, all these people, Cat, Ruby-Doo, saying, what? Lips. Truth hurts. I'm so sorry. And that non-working stain on society has never worked a day in her life. What a fucking waste. Again, these people are going to fall incredibly bad because this fucking idiot has once again convinced them I've never worked a day in my life. Okay. Anyways, her last comment, I have to, traders will destroy what he built. Yeah, shouldn't we? I think you're onto something, adult. I think you're onto something.
So I am sitting here today saying that I get it. This is my part of my karma. I will not participate in your karma, but your karma will always come. I may not be there to witness it, but I'm done. I'm done. I have resigned. Leave that man alone. You're not going to ruin him in order to ruin me. So I'm asking you very kindly to leave this man alone. He has 2 very young children, and he has no dog in this fight. He has nothing to do with the internet. He's way too busy. Leave him alone. I will be taking proper measures to ensure that you leave him alone, but I'm asking, please leave him alone. He has done nothing to you. And I will be enjoying my summer at home with my daughter. I'll probably be going to the beach, taking the dogs with me. I am going to enjoy my summer with my daughter before she starts her high school years.
So it's about over. As you hear with your own ears, do we hear any accountability? Do we hear any accountability whatsoever? None. So this is my fucking spreadsheet. Okay? This is her lives, time-stamped, right? And this is all I did. This is all I did as I went through this massive spreadsheet. Okay? And I said, you know what? While she's working, right? Working, saying these atrocious fucking things, takes no accountability whatsoever for things like this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you guys. So Bird was with this old ass bitch, Jamie. They had children, 2 of them.
I'm telling you,
And they're all retarded. Bird's children are retarded as he is. Now, many of you would say, no, that's so.
the correct answer to that question is 1.
Mean to say, but it's the truth. They are retarded as their father. They don't know how to do math. These girls are fucking dumb as fuck. Just like their father. You know what, Bird? I hope all of your retarded children get fucking murdered by you. I hope your children die because of you.
Still no accountability for behavior like that, right? No accountability at all for behavior like that. Let me play something for you because it's all actually a lie. Okay. Now, have I emailed her employer? Yeah, absolutely. He deserves the right to know who he has working for him. He absolutely does deserve to know who is working for him, especially in her position, which is a medical assistant working at Midwest Centers for Sleep Disorder.
Message, and we will return your phone call at our earliest opportunity. Thank you and have a great day. Please wait a moment.
Midwest Center for Sleep Disorders, this is Tori. How can I help you?
Hi, Tori. Can I speak with Nicole Ruggiero, please?
I think she might be in with a patient. Can I take a message?
I'll just call back. Thank you. You don't say. You don't say. You don't say. So all that shit I just made you all sit through and listen to was typical Nicolina fashion, a lie.
Midwest Center for Sleep Disorders, this is Tori. How can I help you?
Hi, Tori. Can I speak with Nicole Ruggiero, please?
I think she might be in with a patient. Can I take a message?
I thought she resigned. I thought she resigned because I'm going to burn the clinic down. Okay, so now that we're all on the same page that everything Nicolina does and says is a flat out lie. Flat out fucking lie. I sent a wonderful email. I not only, not right now, Jack Rance. I not only sent that email to her job, I'm sending that same email, beautifully crafted, might I add, with plenty of clips, timestamps. It looks just like my spreadsheet, but I explain what she's doing, where to read, where to look, the timestamps to listen to, because I sure would not want a medical professional like that in charge of my care. Okay, now, if that company does not want to do anything about it, that is on that company. And if other people want to make sure that that company loses sponsorships because they're employing a fucking psychotic demon, okay, it's that simple. Not my problem. I will continue to reach out to people in her community, because if she's going to lie and say that she is a medical professional, well, the people that certify her need to know who they're certifying. This is the same exact shit as Ernie fucking Shell, except she actually has a medical job. Thank you, Karma Police. No, I'm absolutely not. Absolutely not. You lied, Nick. You did not resign. Again, you lied. You incited people, because that's what you do. You incite your community with lies, which is why they've attacked me for years for no fucking reason, when 90% of the things you accuse me of doing, you have absolutely done to me and many other people. That is why I no longer feel bad about going real life on you, because it took me, 2 years to get here? Because I'm sick of your shit. So is thousands of other people, Nicolina. They would cheer me on to make sure you never worked again. But that's not enough for some people, right? It's never enough. They keep going and going and going. Just like you, I've been seeing a counselor. Well, that's funny. Tiny T says she's seeing a counselor too. Are y'all seeing the same bitch? Because y'all need a fucking refund. So, hey, Rosie. What's up, everybody? Anyways, this is something, yet another example of a life where Nicolina feels the need to be the all-seeing, all-knowing, all-manipulating, all-controlling force in the chat. So here is where she goes after Tara yet again. The day of Ray's death, she attacked Tara. Why? Because she's not the one that broke the news. She wants to be the one. But instead, Tara reached out to Kels and they did a thing together, right? No, Nicolina couldn't have that. And she went full psycho on Tara. Then they agreed to have peace. Then Nicolina comes and says that Tara's been talking bad about her. Now, we just listened to Nicolina say she hopes children get murdered, right? But Tara was making disparaging comments in the chat. And then she triples down on Bird's family, my family, and just about anybody else. We're going to play that today. This is your behavior, Nicolina. You can't keep things on YouTube, which is why people take things off of YouTube to attack you. And I will make sure that I keep reaching out to everyone I feel necessary until I've talked to every person that lives in your town and they are so well versed with what kind of person you truly are and what kind of life you lead. And I don't know, clips that exist where, I don't know, you think it's funny to say that you want to rape someone's daughter. That was you, Nick, right? You said, I want to rape somebody's daughter. Who says that? They got that clip too, Nick. They absolutely got that clip of you saying that. Where is it? I had it right here. Like, I don't get why that's funny if you say that you're traumatized because of your rape. Why are you thinking that it's funny to say you're going to rape someone? I can't. I don't think it's funny. I don't think any of it's funny. But I'm absolutely done with you lying on me. And you just think that it's totally fine because you get away with it. Because nobody calls you out. Okay.
Meal?
Yes.
Wait a burden.
Yeah, but
He should have got late Friday.
is that rape?
After I'm done with fine. After I'm done with fine. Nicolina, goddamn, shut the
You're
fuck up.
gonna
After I'm
rape
done with fucking fine.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna take his virginity away.
Oh my God, you're a rapist?
Yes.
No, you're not raping crime. I will protect crime at all.
Well, then I'll rape you. I would rape you, but you would give it to me anyway.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yes. Yes.
That's not how this works, Legless.
Well, Legless or not there.
Ricky.
Legless or not there, Nicolina, you would fall in love.
Did you see
I
crime?
admit it.
Crime says, I'm not your dog, Rick.
Well, you're my dog, Nicolina.
I got you,
Trust
crime.
me, baby.
If somebody got raped, brutally raped, where they have to take it out on everybody in the world, do you think that this is funny? Because I don't. Hello, Anissa. I love you. Hope you're having a good day.
Trust me. Hold on. The first time I stick it in the tip, you're gonna be barking. And while I'm inside your big fucking fat ass, I'll be screaming out, "Ain't nothing but the dog in me, baby."
I'm sure you will be fucking rapist.
Yeah.
How you doing now?
Okay, how's this? Rick, hear me out. How's this?
What?
How's this? After you're done raping me, I'm gonna fucking rape your daughter. How about that?
My daughter?
Yep.
Thank you, JP Fluff. Thank you. So what? Oh shit. Thank you, Shazzy Bear. I missed your super chat. Thank you so much. She has lost one job due to YouTube, and that was because she was streaming on YouTube on company property. Allegedly, she said her clock was broke at the wrong time behind her, but her StreamYard Live said a different thing. And she was discussing breastfeeding, and that was giving medical advice. So that's why she got fired. But yet, this job that she works in, she gives medical advice left, right, and center. So she's never learned. Her actions get her. Her actions. Thank you, JP Fluff. I appreciate you. What's up, everybody coming in? So, someone that's brutally raped, that's just funny. That's what we're doing. Okay. I think I'll pass. So, this is, what date was this? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Okay. Now, at this time, I absolutely did show her employer and her husband's employer. These people, I have a clip also that I'm getting ready to put out of Frank and Nicolina thinking it's funny to talk about murdering Tyrant Bird, even though they don't flat out say it. They're talking about Tyrant Bird and him getting murdered, okay? And how funny it would be to feed him to pigs, and that you've got to wait 3 weeks, which I just heard this today, so I have to timestamp it, clip it, and add it to my database. But I absolutely, and I made a video just the other night of their bullshit and how she'll say he's the sole breadwinner. He is just as much a part of this bullshit as she is, and he needs to straighten the bitch out, or they're going to feel the financial strain. Maybe they need different employment, so they stop doing shit like this. They have made people lose time and time and time again. And now it's time for them to lose. And if they don't like it, it's simple. Stop. Just stop doing it. You don't need to make a public proclamation. You don't need to say, I'm gonna be a better person. Because 8 months that I have from my spreadsheet, you have been the worst fucking person online. Period. Cyrex is far more of a gentleman as Nicolina is a human being. And that's a fucking fact. I'm done. Everyone is done. So this is her throwing a fit. She's making up lies on Tara. Again, they were never shown. And when people try to call Nicolina out for her behavior, it backfires tremendously. The same reason why you don't even fucking confront Ernie. It's pointless. It really is. Because they're just going to lash out and attack everyone. It makes no fucking sense, except that they're pitiful, fucking pathetic people. And that's all they have is attacking people.
Okay, I paused it.
I just wanted to come up. And say how jealous I am of Tara.
Uh-oh, what's going on now?
Wow. I'm jealous of her and her lifestyle. Can we all agree that Tara is an FBI agent and she's a rich bitch?
Really, Nicolina, get a
And-
life. You are so disgusting. And
Well, I don't know. You were commenting earlier in the chat how
I
I'm
sure did
jealous of
comment about
you.
After all the horrible things you have said about me, Nicolina, you run around telling people all the time that I'm a liar.
That's the
I'm
last
not a
time
liar.
I've
I have
spoken
nothing to
about
lie
you.
about.
You
I
lie
have
about
money.
everything.
I have a beautiful home. I have
No, you
beautiful
don't.
children. I have
No, you
nothing to
don't.
lie about, Nicolina. But
No,
for
you
some
don't.
reason, you feel the utmost need to run around and tell
You
people
came
that I'm a
into this.
liar.
You came into
Hold on
this
1
We
minute.
chat.
know who the
Hold on,
liar
guys.
is here,
Hold on 1
Nicolina, and
second.
it's not
Let
me.
me
Talk about
explain this.
you.
Let me explain this, okay? I left for almost everyone. This is how my
There's
chat.
nothing to
Wait a
explain,
minute.
Tails.
Wait a minute.
Rest in,
Tara.
rest
I
in
refuse
peace,
to
minute.
lower
Ray
myself
Jones.
to the
This is
level
how.
of this
This.
deliberate
Wait a minute,
satanic
Tara, and then
bitch.
I'll let you talk to her. Wait
Rest
just a
in
minute.
peace, Ray Jones.
This is how
Bye.
my panel goes. I let everybody try to talk. If they can work it out, they can. If they can't, I mean, okay, now y'all can talk.
So she came into your chat today saying that I talk about her and lie about her all the time, and I don't talk about her at all. In fact, Tara talks about me. Every chance she gets, every fucking live stream that she goes into, she talks about me. So I just wanted to come up and state that Tara, once again, cannot prove that I have been talking about her or lying about her. There's no receipts. There's no receipts. And rest in peace, Ray Jones. February 9th, he lost his life. You exploited it, Tara. And you are an absolute piece of shit. And I needed to come up and say that because I am done watching her actually be the one that talks shit about me everywhere.
Okay, she dropped.
I don't talk about her at all. I haven't talked about her until we all lost Ray Jones.
I mean,
that was the last time I talked about Tara was in February, and she's still shit talking me in your chat.
Well, I know people were saying that she was in here saying stuff and about you when you wasn't even in here, and I missed it because, like I said, I had, when you had to switch back and forth, all about that. Sometimes I miss chat, but Navy Mom said that Tara started on you first. I didn't know what was going on. I don't know.
Constant.
I mean, I don't.
Every chat she goes in, whether it's Sarah's, Traders, who else did she go to? Blame Katie's. She just makes shit up about me. So I am back, and I would like people to call Tara out when she's lying. I don't talk about her, and I have not talked about Tara since Ray died.
Right.
And if she can show receipts, which she can't, I would like for her to quit talking about me. Talk about Gypsy, talk about Ernie, talk about whomever you want. Stop talking about me. I don't talk badly about D-Boss, Jody. I don't talk badly about any of you, and I have stopped for months, and you guys just can't stop.
Tara,
so that's why I came up.
I don't talk about you at all. I don't. The last thing
you have. I've been done for months. I have been done for months talking about you side characters. I've only spoken negatively about Anissa, Traders, who else? Blame Katie, Peach and Goes, Bird, 303. I don't talk about any of you at all. And I don't wish harm against any of you. I don't wish death against any of you. I leave you alone. So I would appreciate if you would leave me alone. Tara is just like that. Well, when I say side characters, Bird, I'm talking about people that don't go live a lot and they're just in side chat shit talking.
But Nicolina, if you think back, when have I talked shit about you? Over what?
I'm not. You haven't in a couple of months.
And it was over Kemper, and it wasn't really. It wasn't. I was just saying.
But don't shit talk Kemper either. Kemper is a good dude.
I have come to realize that absolutely, and I haven't talked him. I was at that time. I was saying I would be surprised if you supported him with the Amazon thing. That's all I said. It wasn't.
Why wouldn't I? That man works his ass off, D-Boss. He's not a grifter.
I didn't know that. And because you used to get mad at people who would put Amazon wish lists that are able-bodied. And so that was the only thing that I said. I'd be surprised.
But I'm not mad at you. Kemper is a good dude.
Yeah, no, I'm realizing that 100%. I have nothing against him. Yeah.
But what I'm dealing with
still is Tara came into this live chat today and I dropped off panel. I said goodbye. I was still listening and watching as I cooked dinner. And Tara came in off the cuff, pretending as if she is a victim of Nicolina. It is truly unserious when I have never done or said anything in months about her. And I'm truly sick of it.
She said that you said she was having an affair with Ray or something like that.
Well,
something like
she
that.
was. She was. She was trying to. And Rips does have all of the receipts. I have seen them. And we decided we're not going to do that. We're not going to fucking expose it because it would be terrible since Ray is no longer here.
Right.
The topic was dropped and they have never been spoken about again.
Well, that's kind of my fault because I haven't seen Tara in forever, and that's why.
But Tara is in all of the side chats. Yes, BGE. I got this. Kemper doesn't do shit.
No, yeah, no. I actually have some stuff. I would love to talk to Kemper because I've got some stuff for information for him on his RV stuff. But no,
somebody reported his GoFundMe and it was removed a month ago. So all of these people went, and I'm going to assume, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. All of the money, I got my money refunded to me. So a guy that did not grift,
yeah,
like so many people in our communities have,
right,
lost every fucking penny that was donated to him because somebody reported that GoFundMe or it was closed down. But what I'm sick of is allowing people, because I don't allow it. I don't allow it in my community. I don't allow people to talk shit about any of you in my community. They get blocked. But I don't get the same fucking respect.
I'm going to respond when I can. I'm muted out because of the sound in the background. Just let me know when I have a chance.
Go ahead, sir.
So let me finish this. D-Boss, you and I, we have not been cool in a minute. And I don't let anyone talk shit about you in my community. I won't even talk shit about you.
And
because you are dealing with a significant life moment. And that is some bad juju and bad karma. That's why I was uncomfortable being on panel earlier. Because you have not been very friendly about me, but I have also just been indifferent to you, and I want nothing more than you to overcome what you are dealing with right now. Tara is not one of those people that can just shut the fuck up.
Where
Sorry,
did she
Sarah.
go? Where did she go?
She dropped down because she knows she's being confronted for the bullshit that she was saying in this chat. I have not spoke about her. I don't lie about her. Everything I've spoken about her is, in fact, 100% true. But she comes in and she is allowed to talk massive shit about me when I don't talk about her anymore. I stopped after the raid debacle. That was it. I was done. She's disgusting.
Can you guys hear me where
Everybody
I am?
knows it?
Oh,
yes.
They said I have a mic demon. Hold on. Let me fix it.
And
Is that better?
That's better. If someone's
Okay.
being talked about, then I always let the other person come up and defend themselves. That's something I've always tried to do. And I was going to let her talk. I wasn't interrupting. I was interrupting both of you all just to let the chat know that it wasn't so much me letting y'all go with each other. I just wanted to see, because again, I didn't know what was going on. And I wanted y'all to be able to talk it out, work it out, or whatever. I mean, I wasn't like, trying to get Tara attacked like they said last time. It wasn't nothing like that. I just wanted to know what was going on too. And if she is saying stuff in the chat about Nick, then Nick has every right to defend herself. And Nick up here saying stuff, Tara would have every right to rebuttal that and, talk back to her. That's all I was trying to do.
Well, I'm not actually looking at the chat, but I am listening. So I only came up to, like to something you said. I wanted to respond. You said, like specifically about her talking shit in my chat first. I just wanted to say I haven't even seen her in my chat in a wicked long time. I've kind of redone what I'm doing in my chat. Like for now, I'm keeping a whole different thing. I sort of rearrange it sometimes, but I've always discouraged certain people from being talked about in my chat because when people are being talked about in my chat, I also allow whoever, if they see it, because I know shit gets back to people, I know how this shit starts, that person can respond, and I didn't want that in my chat. So most often time, I've always discouraged people from mentioning you and Jimbo and certain people in my chat for this reason. So I don't remember her talking in my chat, and I can't remember when. So it's really not done at my chat. I strongly discourage it for this matter, for what's going on right now.
Right.
I don't know if anyone else is here that knows that, but that's what I do. Or if anyone can verify that. I don't want that.
No, you do now, Sarah. You absolutely
I've changed it for a long time because of this. Yeah, I've learned. It's called learn your lesson and learn shit and change it. That's what I do.
Yep.
So with me personally, yes, this happened in your chat, but that was before you rearranged your chat.
I've done it a couple times. I just try to rethink and how I can make it better because it's never going to be perfect or everyone's going to like it.
Oh, I know.
But I do my best to try to keep this shit from happening. Because then I feel like it's fair for you to respond if you are being talked about at the same time. So I've always discouraged it to keep it more peaceful because then I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but it's just not fair in the sense like my chat's probably the least chat that you would be talked about because I you know what I mean.
I was giving examples.
I even had your name blocked for months so that people wouldn't mention you in my chat.
I know, and I was blocked
and you thought you were blocked, but it was really just blocked words.
But what I'm trying to say is every time I see Tara is making up some sort of shit about me like Sweet Melissa. And I don't talk about either of them. But yet they continue to do that to me. And I'm not going to log off. Maybe Tara needs to log off.
I wish Tara would come up and talk to you about like this and try to get it squashed.
She can't. Because I have every fucking comment she has ever made about me in other side chats as a side character. She can't. There's no way to defend it. She makes shit up about me, just like 90% of the people in this community does.
Oh, damn it. Thanks, guys. So it's easy to prove within 2 minutes that she is lying. That's it. That's all it takes. 2 minutes. Yeah, it was me. I got it. 2 minutes it takes to prove that she's lying. 2 minutes. We're still waiting. I played at the very beginning of this live, I played that she made this 8-minute fucking video saying, Traders has got me fired, Traders got me fired, right? I played that. And in less than 2 minutes, I called her job and I said, can I talk to Nicole Ruggiero? And what did they say? She's with a patient. So the whole shit in Ernie's chat was a lie. The whole shit in that video, flat out lie. Why? To incite violence and atrocity and more lies to be perpetrated about me and my entire family for sport from psychopaths. For what? All I do is archive your lies, and when you lie again, I show it. When you lie on anybody in the chat, thank you, Bite Me Now. I appreciate you. Thank you, Constance. Yeah, exactly. Same. That's why I didn't bust her out last night. I just waited, called her job. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. But even if she ultimately resigns, I didn't get her fired, right? Now, if they fire her, and I have a feeling that they will. I do. Yeah, exactly. Here, I'll play the video for you again. If you're just joining me, let me back it up. Here is me calling her job to verify if she did indeed resign.
Please wait a moment.
Midwest Center for Sleep Disorders. This is Tori. How can I help you?
Hi, Tori. Can I speak with Nicole Ruggiero, please?
I think she might be in with a patient. Can I take a message?
She's with a patient. Weird. Weird. So all that, getting everybody riled up and getting everybody upset. Her job has every right to know what kind of employee they hired. If I was a medical professional, who would call my job? Oh, I absolutely did. I got her boss's email. I sent the doctor an email. And he still has not done anything in 3 weeks, so I'll go further. Absolutely. Absolutely. You do not wish that children would be murdered and think you're going to work in a community as a medical professional and think that someone's not going to report that. Period. Oh, it's okay. No worries. Yep, I sure did. Absolutely did. But I knew that I hadn't gotten that step further and targeted a harassment against her. Now, I do indeed have a plan because I don't think she needs to be a medical professional. But what I did, I went to the American Association of Medical Assistants to get her certifications yanked because it's not enough for me. If she loses this job, what's going to prevent her from working at another medical office, right? You have to be a medical assistant to get a job. So why not go to the board that certifies people's medical assistants? So she lied. Again. Shocker, right? So I let her lie because why not? And then today I took my sweet time and verified what she said because I knew I had not started some campaign. Neither has Angelo, neither has Tyrant Bird. That's a flat out lie. I also knew I haven't messaged her mother. I showed you the message I wrote to her sister that Nicolina posted, but still she's about to lie on this panel too and say that I messaged her sister. And I'll pull the messages back up so I can show you again. She said that I said Mr. Nicolina is sexually assaulting her. I don't have to make up what you guys are doing. Just like the clip I found today of Mr. Nicolina saying pretty much feed Tyrant Bird to pigs, right? After he gets murdered, right? Got that clip. Just found that clip today because I'm reviewing your things that you're doing, and then I'm sending them to the proper people to keep you from being in a medical field. You diagnose with people with autism. You hope that autistic kids get murdered by their father. I'm sorry, what medical professional does that? Dr. Kevorkian, maybe? The angel of death?
Well,
I am an asshole. We have had disagreements. We have fought. But at the end of the day, if you need me, I will be there for you. I am truly sick of the bullshit. So, Tara, stop talking about me. I don't talk about you. And that's why I came up, because I finally had free hands to come up and say, this is bullshit. She made the comment the minute she came into your community tonight, Kels, and it's not fair. I leave her alone.
And everyone knows this bitch is a pathological liar. Everyone knows, except maybe 5 people. Libby, L. Kennedy. Make it make sense.
Are you talking about in the chat? Because I didn't hear anything.
Yes, in the chat. The minute she came into the chat, she was talking that I talk a bunch of shit about her every day and that I'm just jealous of her. I am not jealous of Tara.
No, I didn't see that.
I was wondering why you said that.
That was, I've got the screenshot. If I need to post it on my community wall, I will. But I am not jealous of Tara. I do not talk about Tara. Tara has always talked shit about me for the last 3 years. Even when she agreed for us to make up and not have a problem, she was still everywhere else talking shit about me and others. It's disingenuous. It's unserious. And it's infuriating. Pick a lane and stay in it.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot you guys made a deal. Maybe
I did
Tara,
too.
Tara, are you listening? Maybe you can come up and try again. I don't know.
We did, but we made the deal, but then she was in Betty shit talking me and in Traders.
And she lied the very last time she was on Kells Bell's panel and accused Tara of doing the same thing. And Tara's like, no, I didn't. And we're still waiting on the proof from that, right? Still waiting on the proof from that, but we'll never see proof of anything because she makes it up as she goes. She's about to start a whole new controversy between me and her. Never heard of a day in my life. She's about to say, my mother does not know when you have a baby, who the father is of my youngest sibling now. That's a new one. Okay. My brother looks just like his dad and all his other half siblings, just like them. And he looks just like my mother. You need a paternity test for that? I don't think so.
And it's like, I don't know what to do to make these people happy. I will
But do you
not
really
say
care? I mean, do you really care? Like, do you really care?
You don't know me, do you?
Yes, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't hurt your feelings what she says. I mean, I know nobody likes to get shit talked about. I know that. It sucks.
It's not the fact that it hurts my feelings. It's the fact that she will go into side chats as a side character and shit talk me after pretending we are okay. And while she's doing that, I am upholding my end of the deal and not saying a goddamn thing about her anywhere. And I haven't. And she won't be able to fucking show any receipts that I have said anything about her since February of 2025. After
and
the
this
whole
was all
raid.
the Ray Jones stuff, right?
No, so she and I made a pact on Kel's panel over like last summer. When she exploited Ray's death with misinformation, I lost my shit on her on this very panel because it was fucking gross. D-Boss, let's say, for the sake of argument here, you lose your battle to cancer. Would you want anyone to exploit it on this fucking platform?
No.
No. I wouldn't want anybody's death.
But they will. Unfortunately. Just like Nicolina's family tragedy, no one said a word about it. No one. But that's not the same thing she and all her comrades do to Tina Simmerly, whose daughter actually survived. Nicolina, your family, they didn't. At the end of the day, Tina's daughter, what, 12, 13? Your family friend daughter, 12? Nobody fucking touched it. But that's not true for you. You turn everything. You take one kernel of truth and turn it into all these extra fucking things to attack somebody. And every bitch that said, oh my God, I seen traitors do that was so horrible. C'est la vie, honey bunny. You all attacked that minor child too and her fucking mother through that situation. So please save your outrage for anybody who gives a fuck, because it ain't me. It sure ain't me.
Exploited. But she has zero fucking tact in class. Now, you guys may think the same about me, but if somebody is dead, even if it was Ernie, you're not ever going to hear me celebrate or shit talk it. Same if it was Traitor or her mother.
Well, just like the person she's streaming.
Up.
The person she's streaming does it all the time, you know? To
Yes.
somebody's death that we lost.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just saying, leave your bullshit out of communities that we share, because I sure as fuck do not shit talk Tara anywhere.
Yeah, but I will say, and it might not be popular, that a lot of people that, you know, that have passed away or whatever, or their family that passed away, I don't think that should be mentioned, but that does happen too.
Ever since November of 2022, she's attacked my dead brother in the worst way. Called him a rapist. Not only is he a rapist, he raped my youngest sibling. In fact, she played me talking about a situation I overreacted on. And I said, and I quote, there was an allegation made. And I didn't say another word. She turned that into a whole rape, that I allowed rape. Okay. I overreacted in the worst way I've overreacted in my entire lifespan, which is why my now deceased brother has forgiven me. That's been going on since November of 2022. Right, Nick? No. 22, 23. Sorry, 23. So here we are, 2025. You're still regurgitating the lies. Now my brother doesn't know who its father is. Now, what else? What are some of the other most outrageous things I've ever heard in my life? Nicolina says the most outlandish shit. Ghost and Peach just doubled down, called Ghost pedophile the other day. Went on Ernie's panel, said Peach is a DV victim. Ghost abuses her. Ghost rapes the children, right? In fact, she's the one who called CPS. Had a CPS come in that household of Ghosts and Peaches and upend it entirely. Traumatize those children. Nick is personally responsible for that. And still doesn't learn. Comes out with a video last night. Traitors is going to ruin the doctor I work for, so I resigned. Except she didn't. She was with a patient when I called today at what? 11, 12, 11, 11:30 my time. 12:30 her time. Something like that. No, I'm sorry. I called it 10:45 my time. So 11:45 her time. She's with a patient. Okay. Well, I thought resigning meant you got your shit and you got the fuck out of there, right? Because you said, I'm coming to destroy the doctor. So one more second at that clinic and I'm going to destroy the doctor. And then you went and told the entire internet that I'm destroying the doctor who's an immigrant. First of all, why do I give a fuck if he's an immigrant or not? Why? Do I care? No, I don't. We're all American. Get over it. You're not special. You don't get a cookie. I don't give a fuck what you built. I don't give a fuck what you haven't built. If you are going to employ this fucking bitch to work for you, I don't feel bad for you. In fact, I'm going to wrap this up here in a minute and make a very important phone call, Nicolina, that you won't see coming. Because everyone that works at that clinic has a right to know that this is their medical professional, right?
I know everybody has their
Give
own,
me an example.
different fight levels. Well, people that have lost their kids, or I think you would. I don't want to come out and say it unless you really want me to.
When
I'm not
somebody pretended that it was their child and it wasn't, that's weird.
Oh, I'm not.
Years ago, that's weird.
That was. I don't know enough about that. I don't know enough about that.
I didn't call a funeral home. I called the parent,
and we know she called the funeral home and the parent because she admitted to doing both on Lisa B's fucking panel. But she's still now backtracking and lying and say, well, I didn't. Okay, wouldn't it be better to call? Am I wrong? If somebody died, wouldn't it actually be worse to call their mother, not the funeral home? Because the funeral home, that's their fucking job to bury dead people, right? So it's really another day in the profession to bury yet another dead person, right? Ray died allegedly of an overdose, and nobody attacked that man, right? There was one moment where somebody was like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. And they've since said, that was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. Okay? One person. But that's not true for you, Nick, because you lied about calling the mom and the funeral home. Both. You said, I didn't do either. Then we played the clip. Then you said, well, I guess I did. But it doesn't matter because Marty chose drugs. He was a heroin addict. He was a junkie. And then called him a drug trafficker, right? That was you. But wouldn't it make more sense if you were going to lie to pick the better lie? I called the funeral home, but I didn't call the mother. But we all know that you did both.
Of the decedent to make sure it wasn't a troll.
Thank you so much, Jody. I love it. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I didn't harass anybody. I just wanted to verify. I didn't call a funeral home. I called the parent because that person was a big ass troll.
But look how much Sapphire and Traders, no matter what anybody thinks of them, look how much they have gotten for the death.
That's what I meant. That was the one I was mainly thinking. But
I appreciate D-Boss and Sarah for trying to say, because in my opinion, I don't want to say too much, but I appreciate it. But anytime you bring me up and what Nicolina has absolutely done, now she's about to smear me even fucking more, which is why I typically don't even mention this or play it. But today I said, no. And I have a million of these from Kells Bells' panel, okay? This bitch is fucking Lisa B. Jr., and she sits there and eats gummies all day, lets her panel run, and lets this dumb bitch get on there and say whatever the fuck she wants about whoever the fuck she wants. And her cop-out is, well, I'll let Traders up here to defend herself. Why should I have to defend myself? Kells Bells knows firsthand. I have receipts, so many receipts. I had to build a fucking spreadsheet to organize all the fucking receipts I have. Nick, don't do this. In fact, she lies, doubles down, triples down, makes 3 more lies, and then all of a sudden you're like, how am I supposed to even defend this? I didn't do that, or that. What?
Of what? Say that again?
I mean, look how much they have had to go through losing. Oh. You don't think so? You don't
They're
think
victims,
so?
Right? So
when
when
it comes
Traders,
to their brother?
when Traders was doxing my employer,
I didn't dox. I showed a public business. Nicole Ruggiero is your name That is a public website. I am doing the Lord's work, making sure everyone in Owasso, Michigan knows that you are no way, no shape, no form should be allowed in a doctor's office unless it's a fucking mental hospital. Okay, that's the only time, Nick, when you're getting your prescriptions filled, that you should be in a doctor's office, bitch.
Yesterday, that was okay. When traders messaged my sister on Sunday making up lies that I'm being sexually abused currently, today.
Wrong. And she knows it because she posted it. Let me show you. I didn't ever say a damn thing. Not at all. I did not say anything like that. Oh, there we go. Hold on, I'll show it in just a second. Okay, share this. Remove this. She just said that I said she was being sexually assaulted today. It's not what I said. Right here. Listen, I'm very concerned for your sister's well-being. She acts out a lot, which is true. I've argued with her for years, but have never reached out to someone's family before, which is true. You don't need to respond, as I can understand it would be awkward, but something's very wrong. Now, here's the sexual assault part, and this is very true. She says, and I know many people don't even need to agree with me. I don't care. They know when I read this that this is very fucking true. Very true. I know a few years back, she was having horrible nightmares every night because of her sexual assault. And I don't know if that's happening again. Horrible nightmares every night because of her sexual assault. Where? You see, the whole message. Where do I say Mr. Nicolina is assaulting her or anyone is physically currently assaulting her? Didn't happen. But once again, she can't stand the weight. To me, if I do something and I know it's wrong, I just say, yeah, I did it. I felt justified and I did it. I can't take it back. I don't want to take it back. Bitch deserved it. Period. Not true for her.
That's okay, D-Boss?
I did.
And again, she's making up a lie to seem somehow justified in the way she attacks me, my dead brother, my mother, Anissa.
Didn't say it was, but when
we
were talking about deceased,
that's hypocrisy.
We're talking about deceased family members.
We're going to talk about decedents. So
I see a lot of that hypocrisy around, quite frankly.
Let's talk about how traders uses that to weaponize trauma. As she's
saying I used my brother's death to weaponize trauma. So Jimbo Collins, the first person that brought me on the news crying because my brother was missing. That's before we found him dead. I'm sorry. How did I weaponize that? But it's funny that she says weaponize trauma because 11/11/2023, what was she doing? Me and all my friends at the time in the Mean Girls chat, she was saying messages that read, Traders is weaponizing her trauma. She made up that it hurt her feelings when creators called it out. I don't know. Imagine when you call my brother, okay, and say that he died, he was a junkie, he died in the snow, make disparaging comments, it upsets me still to this day every time. But you're flat out lying. You're just making shit up. Even if my brother was a drug addict, he still was a human, right? But he wasn't. But y'all throw shade at me, my whole family, including my dead one? Okay. But you're mad? Then I'm contacting your employer when you think that this is okay to use as a weapon against me. Okay.
In the same fucking sentence, harassing family members with lies about people she doesn't like on this platform.
Where? Show me one example where I've lied to a family member because that message is the only family member I have ever reached out to in my entire lifespan on YouTube. That one.
Or we can talk about how Sapphire, doesn't know who the father of her youngest child is.
Now, let's just say that was true. So you don't know who your baby's daddy is? It's okay for people to use their dead loved one and weaponize it against you? Make it make sense. Make it fucking make sense. We know who my brother's dad is. Now, what the fuck did that have to do with what D-Boss said? Okay, Susie. What? Hey, BS. Correct. Now, she started with this by saying Traitors is a victim. And then I've proven she's made how many lies against me?
And then harass an entire family. No, we can talk about it.
My brother has a relationship with some of his half siblings, right? They all look alike. But even if he didn't know who his dad was, what the fuck does this have to do with what D-Boss asked you? I sure wish they would have asked you that.
This woman and her mother have not only... There she is.
Now, I'm gonna you
let's talk about it.
Bitch.
I don't
Push
like
me
it.
and I will ruin your life, Nicolina.
No, you won't.
Anyone
No, you won't.
who wants to
You
fuck with this
cannot
bitch,
ruin my life.
I'll ruin your fucking lives.
You can't
Hey,
ruin
you
it.
proved it today.
You cannot
proved it
ruin
today.
my life. You cannot ruin my life.
Little fucking, oh my
I'm not
God,
triggered.
Sarah's talking about me in the side chat.
I'm not
I
triggered.
need you to protect me. Sarah,
I am not
I need
triggered.
everybody defend me.
God, you look
That's
pretty
you,
fucking
bitch.
bloated.
Shut your
Traitors.
fucking mouth or I'm
You
going to
look
ruin your
bloated
fucking
as
life.
You can't ruin my life, Steve. You can't.
You heard it. I cannot ruin her life. Well, that's funny because you just said I can ruin the doctor's life, which I'm not. You just said that you resigned, but you didn't. You said my little brother don't know who his daddy is, but that's not true. Is there anything that you say that's accurate or true? Anything? Anything at all? Doubt it.
You can't ruin my life, traitors. Your life is already in full ruin. But your mother doesn't even know who the father of her youngest child is.
But that's not for...
So she claims my brother doesn't know who their father is, right? But she let her father's father rape her son and did nothing. Let that sink in. And this ain't coming from me. This is coming from her. Don't believe me? I can go right here to this database and grab that where she says it on a live. Because everything that she says, I don't believe it. So I timestamp it, right? And I document it. So it's bad when my mom doesn't know who my brother's father is, but it's not bad when you allow your child to be raped. Your words. This came from your lie by its grandfather, but he's a powerful, prominent man, and you could do nothing. Does that even make sense? No, she shouldn't, Marsha. No, she absolutely shouldn't. We'll continue.
For us to... why bring that up? You're just bringing that up to hurt.
Absolutely, I am.
Well,
this is the same woman that...
And she admits it. Absolutely, I am. Okay.
But that's not for us to. Why bring that up? You're
wait
just
a
bringing
minute,
that up
wait a
to
minute.
hurt.
Absolutely, I am.
Well,
this is the same woman that went to my sister on Sunday or Saturday saying that I am being sexually abused by my husband, D-Boss.
Hold on. Is that what that said? Hold on. I know a few years back she was having horrible nightmares every night because of her sexual assault. Where did I say? Where did I say that Mr. Nicolino? Why would I put rape on a man who don't deserve it? I'm not you, bitch. I didn't say any of that. I'll continue.
Us.
I understand.
So are we
her
okay
brother,
with that?
No,
Her brother died because of drug use.
Do you know that for sure?
Yes.
My brother now died because of drug use.
Ask her for the full fucking investigation.
I have the full investigation. Where did it say that?
Instead, exactly. You don't want to. You want to
You're right,
live in a
because I
bubble
look at Sapphire as a mother and her as a sister.
Or traitors.
They lost
or
their family.
And that
not our
happens.
fucking
It's
YouTube's
terrible.
business to
It's
drag them.
absolutely terrible.
It is. It is.
It is terrible. You want to know what else is terrible? Harassing family members, lying to them, and convincing them that their sibling is being raped by their current husband, who would never do that.
That was Lips. That was fucking Lips. Lips. What's up, everybody? Lips is the one who messaged Maggie's father and said what? That Mr. Nicolino was currently raping Maggie. I would never do anything like that. That's not funny. If it was real, I would call the proper authorities and have that investigated. Why? If it was real, why would you be allowing it in your household? I don't believe that. Although you claim you let it happen in your household 20 years ago for clout on the internet. Right, Nick? You, for clout on the internet, discuss your child's sexual assault. Not me. You put a child's sexual assault on my family. Why? Because you're projecting. You're projecting your life stories onto mine. Okay. And because I don't have children that you can call CPS on, like Ghost and Peach, right? Because I don't have children that you could call fucking CPS on and make up lies. You go after my brother. This clip right here.
So which PC's daughter?
This clip right here, 3:29. L. Kennedy said this didn't happen. This was 44 minutes into the part of the live L. Kennedy clipped. L. Kennedy clipped the part earlier. 44 minutes later, Nicolina does this. And they call me a liar. I got this from 3:29. This is 2 months, a month before CPS was called on Ghost and Peach. These are the same lies. And I said this very publicly on a lie, but at that time, CPS wasn't called. L. Kennedy clipped me saying this and said, this is, she said, this didn't happen, except what is this? 44 minutes later, L. Kennedy, you would have heard this. It's the same live you clipped it from. But this is okay. Oh, she is more than it
Says,
is.
what about the things you said about
Hey,
PC's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
What thing?
That's a fact.
The fact that she called me and told me instead of dealing with her daughter's mental health issues, they have provided her with a weed dab pen, that one. Or the one about her middle child hoarding food, hiding food, binging on food, and she's overweight. And I'm not attacking her for being overweight, but what kind of mother doesn't realize that a child, statistically speaking, that steals food from her own house, her own refrigerator, cabinets, takes it into her bedroom, hides it, binges on it, lies about it. Why isn't the red flag being noticed by her mother and her father? Stealing food, overeating, binge eating, hoarding food is a red flag for serious mental, physical, or sexual abuse. Peachy can lie and say it didn't happen, but there was like 15 of us on that phone call. So which thing? There is clearly a problem going on in that house when you have the oldest child being fed drugs to cope with problems rather than being taken to a mental health professional. And a child, yeah, it fucking did. You were in that call. Pendar was in that call. Catlin was in that call. Appa was in that call. Every fucking bitch was in that call. We all were in that call. I was sitting in the school parking lot picking up my daughter from school. So I'm sorry. The last thing I would ever do when my child is, yep, see, there's Catlin co-signing it. The last thing I would ever do if my daughter came to me struggling with her mental health is give her a weed dab pen at 14 and a half, 15 years old. You know what you're doing? You're telling your child in order to cope with the fucked up shit in life, here's some drugs. What you're doing, now you're making that a gateway drug. Now, weed isn't a gateway drug for regular people, adults, but people that are suffering from mental health issues, here, take this dab. High concentrate THC for a child. Was the dab on the Amazon wish list? No. In fact, that was the last time I talked to Peachy. She wanted to talk about the whole AC Karen thing. We had a discussion. Well, we tried. All she did was cry on the phone about how bad her life was, how stressed out she was, how her oldest daughter is going through all of these mental health crises, and to deal with it, they've given her a weed dab pen. I'm sorry. This is the same mom that when her children were sick would tell us on phone calls, well, we can't afford to take them because of our copay. Yet would spend $200 a week on marijuana. So yeah, I got something to say about it, and I'm going to dig my heels in the sand. Yeah, I did. I got it cut way too short. It was supposed to be down here, but anyways. No, thank you, Angie girl. When you tell your child to cope, take this drug, you are teaching them that they need a substance to cope with life. Now, let me tell you what. All kids, even your daughter Nick, should be left alone. Yeah, I agree. But guess what? My child has not been left alone for the last 4 weeks.
Wrong.
My husband has been accused of essaying my child
by who? Brett, right? He said horrible things. Horrible things. He was the sole person. In fact, that's how I met Brett, because you accused me of co-signing that. Right?
By that group. This group has threatened to call CPS. This group has said they were going to use my daughter as a bulletproof vest to get to me. Oh, did they? Well, you know what, Lady Boom? That would make sense since there's a road outside the front of my house. This is the same mom that called us bawling because she's morbidly obese and her middle child is going into the fridge, stealing a whole package of string cheese, taking it into her room, binge eating it, hiding the wrappers, and lying about it. And then she gets disciplined, which is counterproductive with children. There are all these red flags waving in front of Peachy's face. Whoa, whoa. So instead of dealing with it, we're just going to let food be the drug and then weed be the drug. There's a reason I have good fucking kids that ain't anything dealing with any of the shit Peachy's kids are dealing with. So do not talk about my children. I will not talk about your children. Peachy and Ghost have some kids that have some serious red flag waving. And all you need to do is Google children that steal, hoard, binge eat. You're going to find out that they're dealing with some severe abuse. Check it out. I'm done with this bullshit. My child does not get neglected like Peachy and Ghost. They are online 24/7. My child, I'm not giving my child a weed dab pen to cope with fucking life. You know what I do, Peachy? I sit my daughter down and I talk to her. You know what else I do? When shit gets fucked up, you know what I do. You're a lazy fucking sloth of a mother with fucking 35 double goddamn chins. Y'all are missing fucking teeth. Y'all have fucking insurance. You don't do shit to take care of yourselves. Y'all are fucking trash bag motherfuckers. Period. Do not talk about my kids, and I won't talk about yours. I could go on and talk about Apple's kids. I could talk about Raylan's kids. Believe me, I've got enough I could talk about all of them. But you know what? They're not the ones talking about my daughter. It's Ghost and Peachy and their new friends. Keep it up. Keep it up. I'd have to say, my kids are pretty cool. I mean, yeah, they fuck up. They fuck up. Goddamn right they fuck up. I fucked up.
Yeah, you did.
Don't tell me to leave kids out when my kid and children are being attacked. Do you understand me? I would be worried if my child was hoarding food, binging, that she was being sexually abused. Just saying.
So, first of all, 11/11/2023, Nicolina, that's when I got wind of all the things Nicolina was saying in the Mean Girls chat. Screenshots were sent to me. I exposed it. The rest is history. By late November, December, she started calling Jeffrey a rapist. I went into her chat 12/4, 12/6, something like that, and said, do we want to talk about you sacrificing your children? Left it at that, didn't say another word, which got her to run to her Mean Girls chat, spill the beans. Months later, I said the truth, but it already come out to YouTube. She called me a liar. She said, my kids never did that to each other. My kids never got hurt by the grandfather. I have her saying this. In fact, she stuck to it, and then she tripled down that my brother raped my sister. She even took a group call that we had, played it, and convinced her audience, which I have, time-stamped and ready, that I said something I didn't say. And I thought to myself, that's how you know people are brainwashed. But that's okay, because the truth always wins in the end. First of all, she said this never happened. Except here she is, November 19th, admitting that a bit of it happened. So this is when she plays me saying there was an allegation made. She shuts off the recording and says, see, Jeff raped Jaden. We'll continue.
So, traitors, when you talk shit about my children who were toddlers, you're adult.
She's admitting her toddlers, but that's not what happened. That is ultimately what happened secondary, right, Nick? She tells me on the phone way back before we fell out, her kids were hurt by the grandfather. Her kids hurt each other, essentially, and that her reaction, what she did to her son, she feels guilty of. That's what she told me. But then she called me a liar about it for how long? Up until she finally admitted that, yeah. But she only told a partial remnant of truth here.
Brother was raping your 12-year-old sister.
No.
Yeah.
Anybody in my family would be dead. I would have killed them with my bare fucking hands. And you know it. And everybody that knows me knows it. Because that's something you can live past, but you're never the same after a rape. And I'm sorry, I would have killed him. He wouldn't have ended up on the news. He would have been dead, and I would have been in prison. Because that's how my family gets down.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm. There's that. Except that wasn't the truth, was it, Nick? So then let's fast forward to 4/5/2025. I'm just going to let this play. Because she just said, but my sons were toddlers, right? That doesn't even make sense. That wouldn't even be molesting, okay? If they were little children and you beat that little toddler child, oh yeah, you're a piece of shit. But that's not what happened.
And when I decided I was done with Traders and Sapphire, because they were highly manipulative, they were abusing people in my community, and I was done. And I was keeping Traders and Sapphire out of my shit talking until one day Traders decided to weaponize the fact that my then 5-year-old, back when he was 5, was being molested by his paternal grandfather. And she was but hold on, she was weaponizing it in Southern Girl's chat because I was restreaming Southern Girl. So she knew I would see it. But then when I weaponized...
This is her admitting that I was talking in code. Why? Because all along I said, you're lying, right? Only she would have got it. And I know she watches me. I do this shit on purpose. You deserve it, calling my brother a rapist for a year. Especially when this is absolutely your family story. You project your degenerate, fucked up family onto mine. No.
Paternal grandfather was decided to weaponize the fact that my then 5-year-old, back when he was 5, was being molested by his paternal grandfather.
So I am not playing this for clout. You, Nicolina, put this on the internet. your son's alleged trauma you put on the internet for clout. This is supposed to get me back? So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She just sat, I played from 329, where she said, Peach, your children are hoarding food, which is a sign of sexual abuse. She just did say that. But yet she never got her son help. In fact, she beat her son. Now, I have no proof of this. This is what she told me on the phone. She beat her son, and when her son came and stayed, after she found the sons together, she beat the son, sent the son to live with the abuser, and then put a camera on her son when he stayed home. So he's acting out, unfortunately, his abuse on the rest of the family. And I have to pay for that shit 30 years later. Bitch, I don't have kids and I don't care. I have patiently thought if I just shut up about it, let it go, maybe you'll stop one day. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. She keeps going. And keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And now that I am done, the day I heard that clip about Tyrant Bird's children, something shifted inside of me. I'm not even mad. I don't hate her. She is not anyone I ever want to be nice to, and I will never be sympathetic to. She literally, I just played you. She put this private phone call of her and Ash's on the internet for all to hear. She knows I literally record everything she does every time she hits live. Yeah, they are. My babies are perfect, okay? Perfect. Yep. If I had a dollar for every time I stopped someone from going in on her, I would be a millionaire. And you would think if I hate people, I would stop it. Finally, when I heard the Tyrant Bird clip, I said, you know what? I have enough. I've had enough, and I'll never stop anybody again. I thought, if we become her, how do we win? I thought for 2 years now, if we just, I agree, Jay. Hey, Selena. Hey, everybody. Yeah, she does do it on purpose. You just heard her with D-Boss. D-Boss said you did that just to hurt her. Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, now you're going to pay, Nicolina. And so this whole thing started today because she lied and said I took her job. Well, if you resign, Nicolina, I didn't take shit. But no, it's not enough for me for you to lose that job. You need to never work in the medical profession again. And I'm not even doing this out of anger or animosity because I don't give a fuck about Michigan residents, right? I'm not in Michigan and I'll never step foot in Michigan. But don't they have the right to know? Don't you say that I lost my nursing career for informed consent of Isn't this just like informed consent, Nick? Because your patient should have the right to know the degenerate bitch that's maybe about to inject them, maybe about to draw their blood, maybe is in charge of noting something in their medical file. I don't know, but I sure don't want you as my doctor. Sure don't. She says I got her fired, sweet Melissa, and I called her job, and she's at work right now. So she told all her friends I got her fired. I want her to lose her medical certificates. I don't care where she works. I do not want her to be a medical professional. And I'm sorry, I'm certain if I sat down every one of her patients and gave them actual informed consent on who Nicolina is, they would not choose her as a medical professional either. Yeah, I agree. No. So, am I doing this because it's righteous? No. Am I doing this because it's just? No. Am I wrong for going real life on her? Absolutely. And I'm okay with that. And I'll live with that. And the people that don't accept what I'm doing, I still got love for you. Not going to attack you. And I know you get it. I don't need to justify it. And I know that there's not just 100 people cheering me on. I'm not going to get a fucking huge head over it and keep just go real life on everybody. No. I'm sorry, but Nicolina deserves it. She deserves it. And if Frank, Mr. Nicolina, wants to continue her to do this, allow her to do this, then he's going to find out too. Because I put his company out. You're not saying anything about that, Nick. He's the sole breadwinner of your house. And I put his job out. And you're not saying a damn thing about that. You're saying the job you don't need. And now you're being a martyr, pretending you resigned. If you resigned, you wouldn't be at work today. That's a fact. If you resigned, if you knew I was going to stop at nothing to destroy Dr. Sani, right? Thank you, Life's a Dance. Exactly, Batty. Thank you so much, Life's a Dance. I appreciate you. Yeah. No, she needs to feel it. It brings me no happiness to go real life. I would rather dress up like Ernie Show and be a fucking weirdo or pretend to do 10,000 push-ups or get on a scale and challenge Nicolina to a scale-up competition. Even if I don't care for the person, creating a hate mob to go after them is nothing that I want to be a part of. Nobody over here hates. But you motherfuckers dress up what you do for sport to hurt people for sport as being a good person. And you have the nerve to go into work every day and pretend that you can diagnose somebody? No. No, I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. And if she loses her job, she's just going to go right back to doing it again, which is why my plan is to go after her certifications. I've emailed everybody that's on that board, and I will follow up with everybody on that board until her certification is gone. She does not need. Well, I don't think he's taking it that seriously, so I'm just going a different route because I don't bother people. If you don't want to take me seriously, I'll go to somebody that will. And I'm actually going to wrap this up now because I found that somebody that will take it seriously. And unfortunately, if the doctor doesn't want to do what he needs to do, then that's not my problem. Your actions create your reality. And if you don't terminate her and make sure that this jacket of why she was terminated follows her, there's nothing I can do. All right, sweet Melissa, email me. Yeah, slow and steady. I got nothing but time. Thank you, Kels. Right? I'm a ward of my mother. The state owns me, and I get a crazy check. That is a fact. Thank you, Kels. I appreciate you so much. That's right. Yeah. I worry for nothing. Everything happens at its own time and place. The universe guides me and puts everything in my lap, what I need to do, where I need to go, and it's all worked out. I couldn't agree more, Bird. Yep. So I called it's just a bunch of emails. They do have a Facebook page. I need to tag that video in that I made for. Also found Mr. Nicolina's job because they need to know he's allowing people to go to people's houses, but yet they want to murder kids. He wants to murder people, feed them to pigs. And since I just found that clip, I'm going to make sure to make a new video and add that where Mr. Nicolina has more of an active role because he does. Thanks, BS. Yeah, I have no worries. But don't lie on me, Nick. When I do get you to resign, then be honest about it. Now nobody's going to believe you, so you really just fucked yourself, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, I wouldn't want him in my house. And I've always stuck up for Mr. Nicolina, but the last few months, and listen, probably because he believes her, and I'll give him a million cop-outs, but hey, get your bitch some act right, and I'll stop. It's that simple. I wanted to play one more thing. Let me make sure that I have it ready. And this is what I'll leave y'all with today. This fucking bitch, she attacks Tyrant Bird, my family, Ghost and Peach, and then Kaylee. Leave us the fuck alone. If you want to say we eat meth scabs, big deal. This is the internet. People that think, oh my God, never talk. I don't care. Say I eat meth scabs. I don't care. Stop saying my dead brother rapes people. Stop calling Ghost a pedophile. Stop calling CPS. Right? I can't get past the CPS thing. I waffled between Lips and Nick for up until Jimbo reached out to me in March. And that's when I knew that not only does he know, that other people know. And I went to Nick because I really thought Nick or Lips, I'm not sure. Now I think more Nick, Jimbo. At the end of the day, it's fucking Nicolina. I don't care what the bitch says. She is a pathological liar. Yes, it is 90% my opinion. Can I prove it? No, I cannot. I'll be the first one to admit I cannot prove it. But if it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's a motherfucking duck. All right? And Nicolina is a fucking CPS calling waste of space duck.
Been busy. And I started watching a TV series that I am extremely hooked to.
Yep, I got that clip.
Food Dragon. Who are you talking about? It's too early to be grossed out. What do you mean? We love our meth scabs over here.
When you're even 20 years old and you start with meth, your teeth go to hell. You get sores all over your face. And did you know that people with meth addictions, will actually pick the scabs off of those sores and sell them because there's meth in the scabs? Isn't that gross?
That's disgusting.
Yes, disgusting.
Now, I do know for a fact that Callie eats meth scabs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because that's all she can afford. Let's hear that one more time.
When you're even 20 years old and you start with meth, your teeth go to hell. You get sores all over your face. And did you know that people with meth addictions will actually pick the scabs off of those sores and sell them because there's meth in the scabs? Isn't that gross?
That's disgusting.
Yes, disgusting.
A meth addiction. Addition, yes. A meth addition. By the way, I hate to admit it, but Lady Di might be onto something. So I'm very mean. I just read an article that happened here in the United States. A gentleman recently, within the last couple of months, he was arrested and he was placed in jail. He told the jailers that he had an addiction to meth and fentanyl. And so they started treating him to prevent withdrawals of these drugs. And within, I want to say it was a day, he was really fucking sick, really combative, was refusing his medications. He was like placed in medical. Well, he ended up dying. And you want to know from what? Hey, Goya, do you want to know what caused his death? He drank his own urine that was filled with meth and fentanyl, and it killed him. So I guess meth scabs could be a thing. If people are willing to drink their urine. I wonder if a desperate meth head would be desperate enough to eat one of Cyrax's scabs. If they thought it was laced with drugs. Oh my God, please. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Well, there's 95 of you in chat, so clearly people came here wanting a show, and that's not what they're gonna get. Oh yeah. Callie reminds me of the type of female that would play in her own feces and smear it on the wall like Letitia. That's her personality. But anyways, thank you all for stopping by. Have a great day.
I'm on my Facebook Live. Somebody please help me. They can help you out. No, please. Please help me, Facebook. Who else is? Who are you? Where? Who? Who else is? Please. Who are you? I don't know you. He said you remember. I didn't know that. Who are you? I didn't know that. Why didn't you know that?
No, I'm not Global Report. I don't care. Hello, honey bunny. She's just digging her own grave at this point, and I'm here for it. Nicolina, doing okay, just working like a dog. Yeah, cage-free scabs. So nasty. So nasty. Yeah, Marty was the Troll King, and he was the Drift King as well. So, anyways, I'm not really caught up on all the current drama. I've been busy. And I started watching a TV series that I am extremely hooked to. Food Dragon. Who are you talking about? It's too early to be grossed out. What do you mean? We love our meth scabs over here.
When you're even 20 years old and you start with meth, your teeth go to hell. You get sores all over your face. And did you know that people with meth addictions are
Good morning, the Global Report. Guys, for stupid. He is going on my favorite. Hello to everyone. Rex has please. Hi, bunny. And I see Food Dragon.
with meth, your teeth go
one more time. A meth addiction. I'm very mean. It's a gentleman, and he was placed in jail. I'm very mean. I just read an article within the last couple of months
Damn it. I think I got the wrong fucking. Yeah, I was muted. I think I got the wrong live up. Anyway, she goes in on Kaylee's fucking brother and makes up a shit ton of fucking lies. Hold on.
He was arrested and he was placed in jail.
One second. This is fucking gross. I don't even know why. Yeah. I missed the fuck. I messed up the timestamp. Anyways, the point is, this bitch will not quit lying about people's relatives. She put rape on Kaylee's brother, said he was a fucking whole ass rapist. Yeah. Yeah. I'm over it. It's what she does to fuck with people, and I'm fucking sick of it. Yup. Said your mom's got schizophrenia, your brother raped a bunch of fucking people after all the other shit they said, and I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. So, Nicolina, the next time you get fired, no one's going to believe you, and that's going to be even funnier. When Frank gets fired, no one's going to believe you. That's even funnier, and that will ultimately be your karma. Because we just fucking played you lying about resigning for me to stop ruining the clinic. That clinic shouldn't stand if you work in it. That's a fucking fact. Anyone with a medical license that acts like you or a medical certificate that acts like you should never have one. I bet Dr. Kevorkian didn't even do this shit. I guarantee it. He was passionate about what the fuck he was doing, even though it was assisting people into suicide, right? Which happened to be illegal. You just like to hurt people because it makes you feel better. Okay? So get the bitch off the fucking internet with the lies. I don't care if she leaves the internet. Stop saying everybody raped it. Go get that bitch. Put her in a 30-day fucking mental health facility, maybe. I don't know. Don't care. That's your problem. And when both of you are looking for new employment, maybe you'll stop fucking with people online. Because clearly losing your job the first time due to your own actions didn't wake you up. Now she's saying the last 8 months she's been on her best behavior. The last 8 months you've been the worst. So I don't know who's lying to you, but maybe they can fucking pay your bills. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Yep. Sandy's went after. Yeah, everything. Yes, Jody. Everything. So I will see you guys soon. I don't know who's going live next. I know Ghost will be live tonight. And yeah. All right. Bye, guys.